Hey Francisco, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with Sabrina yesterday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to potentially increase your traffic online. So with that, let me get started. You know, you're doing a lot of good things here. Love your logo. You have a free, estimate, free quote, a form submit right here, which is good. Looking through your site, you have some really nice images, a lot of different things here. So, you're really doing a lot of good things. The one thing I would say, conversions is pretty important, here. So, you definitely want your phone number somewhere up here, click to call to where somebody can, really easily, especially on your mobile platform, call from this page. A lot of people don't scroll past this first section. So really having a phone number up here is pretty important. You can also do a virtual like chat button. It's not really that much in terms of conversions usually, but it does sometimes help people, giving people options, right? They can call, they can fill out a form, they can text. So, giving people options is really good. Looking through your site though, the one thing that really stood out was there's not a ton of content here. And content is really anything that you can highlight, whether it be pictures, text. In this instance, I'm really talking about text. And really, you want a lot of text for a couple reasons. The first is so that you can be found for specific keywords. And you are only being found in the top 100 for 2 keywords: roofing jobs and best roofers in Jacksonville. So, not really. I mean, this best roofers in Jacksonville is a good keyword, but you're on the 10th page. So, looking at the traffic in Jacksonville, there's a lot, right? 10,000 searches a month for roofers in Jacksonville. So there's a lot of volume that you could potentially be going after and, really, really getting within, to your site. So Roofing Companies Jacksonville, Florida is a great keyword because it's buyer specific, right? Most people who decide that they're going to buy would put something like that in. If they need a roofing company or they need a roofing service, they're going to look for somebody in specific. So if I wanted to rank for Roofing Companies Jacksonville, Florida, I would probably put that as a heading. I might put it within my text. I might even save an image. So instead of this image being saved as roofing and replacement APC, it would be saved as Roofing Companies Jacksonville. And Google crawls all that stuff, and so they see that you have that keyword verbatim within your content, whether it be image, text, heading, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently for it. And then, content is also great because the more content you have, the more keywords you could have within your site and be found for. It's also a ranking factor in Google. So they have an algorithm to determine what websites get ranked higher than others. And one of those factors is content, not only um, quality of content, but also quantity. So really important to really get that content there within your site. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would just be to really build and grow this Google business profile, because this is a really good path in which to get people to your site. Whenever somebody searches for something like this, the first thing they see is usually these Google guarantees, these local ads, which are great. They have a pretty high conversion rate usually, and they're a great way to really, pull in traffic and get stuff like that. The same with Google Ads, right? For people who click on the very first thing they see, it's a great way to get clients that way, to get those people to by running Google Guaranteed and Google Ads. And then these can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So this keyword almost has 1,000 searches a month. You're looking at close to 400 searches a month going to these top 3. So, if you can get in these top 3, you're really going to be pulling in some traffic. And then last but not least, obviously the organics. If you can be down here too, this first spot usually pulls about, I think it's about 31% of the traffic. So, a lot of volume that you can get. And with this type of keyword where there's 900 searches a month, you can potentially get traffic, quite a bit of traffic on the second page. So, that's a really good keyword to rank for, and it's a really good thing to bring in business from different avenues, right? If you can run an ad and be number one here and be number one here, you're going to get as much traffic as you can. And some ways to build this up. Reviews are a big thing, right? It shows Google that not only are you doing work, but people are trusting your work. So as many 5-star reviews as possible is a good thing. You really want there's really three ways in which we found that's been pretty effective. The first is a CRM, like an email campaign. After you're done, send it to a client. Say, hey, look, can we get a review? The second is the is like you can pay for reviews, right? So like we do that service. We'll get you reviews. Other people do that service as well. You can get customer or companies out there to give you 5-star reviews. It can get pretty pricey, and we found that organic is usually the best way to go. And then the best way we found that really gets reviews quite often is we hook your review form to a QR code, and we print that out, laminate it, give it to your installers, and when they're done with the job, the property owner can scan it with their phone really quickly, put up a review in the matter of seconds or a minute. So that's a great way to get it done. All this information needs to be pretty consistent throughout the web. And what we've noticed a lot is that like hours are vary sometimes, especially. So like on your website, on your Yelp page, on your Angie's List, sometimes the hours differ. And if you say your Yelp page has 24 hours on it, if that was the case, Google wouldn't like that because they want to see consistency. And what they want is that people can look at different platforms and get the same accurate information. So it's very important that that stuff all matches. And then last but not least, you want to save photos that are geotagged and saved as keywords. So again, if we're trying to rank for Roofing Companies Jacksonville, Florida, I would save a photo as that and maybe geotag it for this location. And then what will happen is Google will feel that you did that roof or service there. And you kind of want to build it up and keep growing, and your Google business profile kind of balloons, and just builds. And last but not least, you really want to build up your site. So what builds up and strengthens your site is these referring domains that send backlinks to your site. And really what you want is do follow links, because do follows are going to give you power. And so this is what your site looks like. These no data is basically a 0 and a 7. And typically you want 20s, 30s, 40s if you're a roofing company, and a 1-to-1. Just to show you what that looks like in your competition, this is Prime, and they don't have a 1-to-1, but they're 40 and 20 is pretty strong. They have just over 600 do follow links, 846 referring domains, and they're ranking in over 9,000 keywords and getting 5,700 clicks a month. So doing really, really well. This is kind of what you want to get to. Obviously it takes some time and effort, and it's not easy, but that's kind of the goal. So I hope I've been helpful and informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments. We would love your feedback. If you'd like to reach out and set up a meeting, we do have a link to our Google Calendar. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get in touch with you at whatever time works for you. And yeah, so set it up. We'll give you a call. And have a great day, and God bless.